Well, looking forward to it.
Yes.
Yeah. Good
so
stuff.
you talked about this front bringing in dust, bringing in some bugs. What about some cooler air?
You know, today we made it to 80, 81. Tomorrow will be like 77. So it's not really much of a...
Not real noticeable.
This is Pacific air versus Canadian or Arctic or Siberian. None of that going on.
Well, that's good.
We're okay, yeah. So it's just going to be great weather, but it's going to get warmer. That quickly comes back, and it's all about next week.
Next week.
So it's been really quiet around here. Once you go one way for a while, you usually snap back the other way, and that's when we start to have a little fun, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I know what you mean.
I kind of got overexcited on that, didn't I? A little bit. Kind of my eyes started to cross.
No
See my
ice,
eyes crossing on that?
No ice storms, though, right?
No ice storms. This is a warm pattern.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, all warm. No ice storms. None of that showing up, right? Okay, there you go. So far for the month, we're about a ½ inch below average for the month of October on rainfall. We could use it. So far, we've had 1.41 at Will Rogers. Some places have had less. Some other places have had more. I get it. But where the records are kept, Will Rogers for Oklahoma City for the month, still about a ½ inch below average. We're going to make that up in a big hurry. Coming up, I do believe, for next week. Right now in Oklahoma City, we're swarmed in with lots of wasps. We have a few high, thin cirrus clouds around. It looks good. 80 degrees still, a west wind at 7 at the airport. The front has not made it through Will Rogers yet. It's made it through Piedmont and El Reno. It's a light north breeze behind it. Our humidity, 30%, dew point still low in the mid-40s. So we have 80s along and out ahead of the cool front. Behind it, we have mid to upper 70s. And as you get deeper into northwestern Oklahoma, lots of low 70s there, back out in the panhandle. So it is a little cooler behind it. And that front will just continue to slide south and east tonight. So tomorrow, you'll end up with a breezy northwest wind. Beautiful. Highs tomorrow. Again, a few degrees cooler than today. And behind that front, it's a north wind at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Strongest winds right now, the bullseye, western Oklahoma. Sun will go down. A lot of these winds will really drop on off. Okay, we have Norma down here, and you're thinking, why do we care? Well, because Norma is going to make its way north through Mexico, through Texas, and into Oklahoma and Texas by Tuesday of next week with tropical moisture at the mid-levels and start to give us that chance of rain, right? Short term, there's your front moving through. Upper storm to our north and east, giving us this front that's moving through now, not a big deal. So we have, again, the front pushing through. The weather, though, is going to be great, beautiful weather coming up, not only tomorrow, but right into your weekend. A little warm, 80s, not a big deal, into Monday. And then this arrives Tuesday of next week. Hurricane Norma now is a Category 1 hurricane. It'll be a little stronger when it makes landfall. That comes north, and that's going to be just out ahead of Storm 2 for Wednesday of next week. So there's a lot going on. So here we go. So here comes Norma, rides north. Until Norma gets here, we're high and dry, we're warm. The wind next week is going to blow. It's going to crank up next week, beginning as early as Monday. Windy all next week, okay? Norma moves in. We get some rain. We get some moisture. Second wave comes in behind that. A wave of rain, a wave of storms. Might have some severe weather. Instability is still low, but we're tracking that. And then another storm after that on your Thursday into Friday, then possibly a third storm by that following weekend. So there's a lot going on coming up. Rainfall amounts from the October 24th to the 29th, 2 to 3 inches of rain. Some areas, some data, folks, is a lot more than those numbers. But this should be a statewide rain coming up. All right, lows tonight, upper 40s. Another cool night, cold night, a light north wind, clear skies. Highs tomorrow, upper 70s. Some 80s in the west and southwest, but not a big deal. Northwest breeze, 10 to 18 miles per hour. Not windy, but kind of breezy. And then Friday, back to the 80s. Light winds, even a 90 on Friday down in Altus. 90 forecast, high and dry, 70s and 80s. Here comes your storm systems lined up Tuesday, Wednesday, into Thursday and Friday of next week. It looks wet, it looks stormy, it looks unsettled. Highs cooling down into the 70s. Bring on that rain. We'll be back right after this.